Welcome to DrupalEasy Show and Tell, where I attempt to use or do something in Drupal that I've never used or done before. Now, demoing things like this is something I've been doing for years during DrupalEasy office hours. DrupalEasy Show and Tell is a little bit different. I've got some expert help. Each episode, I'll have a guest that just so happens to be a subject matter expert for whatever it is that I'll be playing with. Now, before we begin, I want to make sure you know about our live online classes. We have regularly occurring sessions of our 2-week professional single directory components class, as well as our 15-week professional module development class and our 12-week Drupal Career Online beginner focused course. For specific dates and pricing, you know what to do. Head on over to DrupalEasy.com. Alrighty, Mike and Andy, welcome to DrupalEasy Show and Tell. How are you two?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good. You guys had a big launch a few days ago
Yeah.
for Dripyard. So give me the 20, 30 second, elevator pitch on what is Dripyard? What are you guys doing?
Hit it, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. So traditionally Drupal themes have never really been able to predict the markup within that Drupal generates. So that's why Drupal has never had a very robust theme ecosystem. That all changed with single directory components. Now a theme can ship, some base styles and a large library of components, which you can then use to assemble your page through things like paragraphs, layout builder, coming soon Drupal canvas. Right now, we can make a very complex we can make a very complex content architecture just by clicking around in site building. And that's like really Drupal strength. But as soon as you want to make that beautiful, you have to spend a heck of a lot of money, frequently north of $10,000 for a design, for a competent front end dev and stuff like that.
Time and
And
money. A lot of time
yeah,
and a lot of money.
yeah, a lot of time, These themes that we're selling, we have literally spent over 10 months on, and they're very accessible, they're very beautiful. They're built the right way, the code is built the right way. They're meant to work with, any content architecture that any data you want to wire in there will work. And we're selling them for $500 a pop, and that's like a really, really good bargain because you're not paying that north of $10,000.
Well, we're about to find out how good of a bargain it is.
I know, right?
That's
Yeah.
what we're doing here. So
Pressure's on.
yeah.
Ah,
For today, here's the plan. We are going to so you guys are offering currently, as of today, early October 2025,
hmm
2 Drupal themes,
hmm
Neon Byte and Great Lakes.
hmm
We are going to take Neon Byte and I'm going to apply it to a local copy of DrupalEasy.com and see what we can do with the homepage. I have not tried this. Now, full disclosure, I have played with pre-release versions of Neon Byte, so I'm maybe a little bit familiar with it, but honestly, I'm not really sure how to approach this, which is why I have the two of you as the subject matter experts to kind of help me align, see what we can do with the homepage of DrupalEasy.com and Neon Byte.
Cool.
Yeah, so you guys were nice enough to provide me with a copy of it, and all I've done is download it, and I
So
just stuck it in my themes directory.
yeah. So you want us to walk you through on what to do and kind of just walk you through it, or do you want
Well,
to
I'm
just
gonna start and then just yell at me as soon as I make a mistake. How about that?
all
Whoa,
right?
I wouldn't do that.
All right. I think I can extract. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so while you're doing this, I'll just talk about kind of what we've provided here. So Mike Anello went to our website, purchased the theme, clicked a link. He was provided the zip file that he just unpacked. And then everything's self-contained in one folder. So we've got 3 themes that come with the product. So there's our base components and underlying library. And then Neon Byte, which is the theme that you basically purchased, and we automatically bundle a sub theme with that, which is what we recommend if you're going to make CSS or component changes you do in the sub theme. So in the future you can maintain updates to the base and the Neon Byte theme as well. So, but everything's in the single package. There's no module dependencies or anything like that. So
yeah, that's something you guys are, I think, really proud of, is that
very
there's
much,
no module dependencies, and this stuff is built for Drupal core.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and it's built using best practices, and when I say it's built for Drupal core, we also it's also built for Drupal CMS. you know, and as Drupal Canvas gets released, you know, which is probably going to be like, you know, toward the end of the year when it becomes stable, we're going to be supporting that too. I've actually been working on that this morning.
Right. And I don't want to, I mean, I'm going to reference your launch webinar, which is available online. I
Hmm.
just Dripyard.com, maybe in the blog section. There's,
Exactly. Yeah.
right, okay. Um, but there, you talked a lot about how accessible the
Yeah.
theme is. And I don't want to retread all that. People can go watch that, but it's really impressive, the level of detail that you guys put into this for accessibility.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. So check that out, the launch webinar. All right. So
Let's install a theme.
what's that?
Let's install a theme.
Yeah. So here, let me ask one question. Let's say I wanted to, and I'm going to install the sub theme.
Yeah.
But is the process to make this my own? Like if I wanted to name this DrupalEasy, I would change this directory and change, all of this stuff, right? The names here. Is there a script for that yet, or is that
You could do that, or you could use our starter kit,
okay?
which
Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
Drupal
in
core theme
Dripyard
starter.
base, there's a starter kit that will allow you to build sub themes of Neon Byte. So you basically, execute the starter kit. It auto discovers the fact that
Go
you're
into
using.
Dripyard base, Mike,
Yeah.
and you'll see a starter kit.yaml file.
All right, so this is actually the Drupal core starter kit stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when you run this, it automatically discovers that you're using Neon Byte, and then will subtheme Neon Byte, even
Oh,
though the starter kit is in the base. And the advantage of that is, we ship the same starter kit with all of our themes, and it
right.
kind of does an auto discovery. Now, if for example you had Neon Byte and Great Lakes in here, you can specify like with an environment variable which one you want to sub theme like as part of the command, and it'll
Got it.
do that as well. But all that documentation's in the starter kit. I think today probably the easiest thing is just to use the sub theme, but that's what we
Yeah, because I don't
recommend.
want to get into code today. I want to see what we
You
can
got
do
it.
through the UI out of the box. So
Yep.
let's go here. I'm logged in. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the sub theme if I can find it. This one right here. Okay. Ah! All right. So tell me about this. So is Neon, are your themes 11.x and better?
Yeah, 11.2 right now.
Oh,
Now
man.
you can go in there and start editing code, and
No, 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 no.
it will work, but there's certain things that are not going to work, like including like Drupal 11 has a new icon API
Yeah.
that we support and integrate with, and
No, we'll use Drupal 11. I got a Drupal 11 site ready to go.
well, that makes it easy. Do you already have content on that Drupal 11 site?
Um,
I was kind of excited to see the DrupalEasy come alive with some of these,
yeah, I mean, no, not really. It's a test site. You want me to use?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You tell me. You want to go with Drupal 11, or you want to make a quick little
I
tweak?
don't want to be editing code because
Yeah,
to tell you the truth, like there's not a heck of a lot of differences between Drupal 10 themes and Drupal 11 themes, but I don't want to be sitting here troubleshooting stuff
right.
like while we're on a podcast either.
That's fantastic. I love the fact that that happened. Just put throw in here. Come on. All right. So much for DrupalEasy.com. Just do a D11 site. And so this is basically my local site where I work on contrib and test modules and stuff like that. Just kind of so I've got some stuff in there, but there we go. Look at that. Neon Byte sub theme, install and set as default. And so maybe what I'll do is, let me just keep DrupalEasy.com open because maybe we can just copy and paste that comment.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So should I worry about this stuff?
Well, I tell you what, copy and paste it, send it to Andy,
Yep.
and well, I can't assume that's going to cause any errors, but let's see it.
I think it's just a warning that the settings are empty, but we'll take
Yeah.
care of that. That's the first time we've seen it, so thanks for finding that one.
All right, hey, no problem. All right, so let's go to settings. Let's just see what we got here on settings. License information. Oh, probably I don't know if I want to show that. Should I remove that from the recording?
No, that's fine. There's the information that's displayed there is not usable in any way other than for us to like validate that you actually have a license and you purchased it. But you can see that, you've got support till December 2nd based on the fact that you bought it today, which
Right.
is included with our themes. And you
Right.
can extend that out if you like.
All right, fantastic. Anything in here that I should change right now or that we should look at that you think is super important, or should we just go start building something?
Well, it's up to you. I would like, I would, I would apply a couple of recipes, maybe not our default content. It's kind of up to you
Okay.
on if you want to.
Why don't I'll make the base color one of the DrupalEasy colors. How about that?
Ooh, smart.
So how about this green that we have? Let me just grab the color, copy that, paste that. Site theme. So with the color, I know that you guys have automatic, somehow you guys do some magic. You talked about it during the launch webinar about with color contrast based
Yeah,
on.
any text on that appears on top of that on top of that lime green would probably end up being dark text to maintain contrast.
So since the DrupalEasy.com site has a white background, I'm just going to stick with white. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That does.
yeah.
Okay, layout settings, I think just leave all this stuff.
Yep.
Header settings, but yeah, we'll just leave all of this stuff. And let me save, then we'll apply a recipe or two.
Okay.
Same error. Let you guys figure that out. Apply recipes. Okay. Suggestions?
Um,
Landing page?
do you want default content in there?
No,
No,
All
but
right.
I don't
yeah,
recommend
we'll
it
just,
for this.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do the landing pages though, because the landing pages have some second. Yeah. All
Yep,
right,
and
and
yep, exactly. So that'll install like a landing page content type that's, pre-configured for Layout Builder. It would also install all of our block definitions that map to our single directory components. So you'll have those available for like inline blocks in Layout Builder.
all right. So no reason to do nodes because this is more if we wanted to mess with like full content view mode.
Yep, and there's not a whole ton that comes with nodes.
Right.
Just some like view modes and stuff for, automatically having cards available in views and stuff like that. But I think you can
Now
do.
this is pretty cool. What's going on here, right? This is like you're actually applying a recipe, and this is custom to something that you guys
yeah.
did, right?
Yep, yeah, yeah. Andy spent a heck of a lot of time on this. Um, and now you should like if you go to your custom block types,
So
yeah,
we
so
have
you
the
have your landing
content
page,
type.
and then you should have a lot of custom block types now.
Yeah, so these are all provided. Now, are these more Dripyard base, or are these more Neon Byte, or
It's a mix.
it's a mix of both? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a mix of both. A lot of those like cards are in Dripyard based. The hero is Neon Byte specific
Okay.
and things like that. The landing page content type, that's Dripyard base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of
So
the block types are shared. They come from Dripyard base, but they're actually the SDC is provided by the theme that you purchase because it's styled differently. But the
mhm.
IA is the same across both.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So
So all these custom blocks right here, they all like basically map to single directory components, but we have the block types in there, so it'll work with a layout builder. So
right, and
yeah,
then all of the fields, do the fields map to a combination of props and slots in those SDCs?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then let me ask one more question. I kind of know the answer. I think I know the answer, but some of these, I'm going to assume like accordion item. Is there an accordion container as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can show you that. There's a that layout builder wrapper block type in there that you see, like that you wouldn't be used outside of layout builder, obviously. But when we get into it, if you want to do an accordion with an accordion wrapper, you basically drop that into the cell and then it wraps it in the SDC. So little bit of a workaround, but
Because you wanted to stick with core.
Yes.
exactly.
So are any
Yeah.
of these and again, I've been teaching SDC a lot lately, so this is what's in the front of my head. Do any of these map to SDCs that consume other SDCs automatically?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes, they do.
All right. That'll be interesting to see then for sure.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
a lot of times we just like do that like within the block template, we'll have a a slot, and then within that slot we'll invoke other STCs and stuff like that.
All right.
That bring in the props from the fields and the blocks and stuff.
Let me ask one more question. Just popped in my head. You guys using SDC variants at all?
No, not yet. Last I knew, Canvas didn't support it.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, there's a couple limitations of variants that I'm not like for example, like a lot of our components. Let's say you have a card component. Like we have multiple different types of variants that you can mix and match. And when you have variants, you can only have you have one drop down. So we're just using props for that. I'm to tell you the truth, I'm not entirely sold on variants. I don't really know what the benefit is.
Yeah, a variant just seems like to me a blessed prop.
Well, I don't even know why it's blessed. I know that you can, change the display value of the enums, but you can now do that on props too. There's a new meta enum property.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, it seems like well, here, let me say it this way. Anything you can do with a variant, you can also do with a prop.
Yeah.
Now, the only and I know we're getting into the weeds here, but one more thing about this. It seems like maybe with Drupal Canvas and potentially like something like UI Suite, there might be a slightly different interface for setting the variant versus setting the prop.
Yeah, that is true. And that's the type of thing that I really need to test out,
Right.
Yeah.
So let's create a landing page. Let's
All right.
All right, so I'm just gonna let's go DrupalEasy home page. Sorry, I have to be consistent there. And yeah, hide the page title and save. And this is gonna drop us right into Neon Byte. And okay, so you guys do this thing.
Yep. We shove the tabs over there on Nambite just because we do have that full width hero. Yep. And the thing is, if we have those tabs up there at that point, it kind of displaces the hero. It looks like crap. Right. So we fix them over to the side.
It looks like you guys overrode the environment indicator background color there as well. Not a big deal, but
I don't think at least we don't intentionally do.
Right.
That might be something we could fix.
No worries. All right. So let's say, I mean, you tell me, do we want to start with something? I think this would probably be fairly straightforward, or do we want to tackle like this banner, this narrow banner?
Like all of this stuff should be straightforward.
Right,
so yeah, let's just do a banner right there.
All right, let me grab the color just so we have it handy.
Well, so you're not gonna be able to change the background color on that. You can change it to primary. And honestly, I think primary should really be that blue.
All right.
Because that's what you want.
Okay, so let me copy that. Come back over to appearance. Open that back up. I'm going right there. Sub theme. And then it was color scheme. Probably just one of those is necessary. Oh, I didn't get the whole thing, did I?
I think when you copied and pasted it, it truncated it because there you go.
Okay.
All right.
So over to layout.
Yeah. Let's go to layout. And what are we putting on? Yeah. It looks like it's putting the black text on the blue. So that might be something that we need to figure out. So go ahead and get rid of that section right there because we want to add in our own section.
Right. Okay. So we're kind of starting with a completely
Go ahead and add section. And you see at the bottom right down there, we have this thing called Dripyard dynamic layout. So that's what you're going to want to use for pretty much everything right here.
Okay. So these come from core.
Yeah. Those come from core. Ours does everything it has. Let me just walk you through it a little bit because it has a lot of like really cool options here. Yeah. So you see where the first prop at the very top where it says section theme, that sets that background color. And based on the background color, it will also set the foreground color, which in this case, we were hoping for white, but the math and the PHP is actually, I guess, outputting black.
Well, maybe we can switch colors and see what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just go ahead. Set the primary if you want. So now we have an option for columns and rows, and those do exactly what you think they are. The
Yeah,
section,
so that's,
yeah.
I mean, this is edge to edge. So
Okay, yeah. So let's do edge to edge.
Oops.
Let's keep it at edge to edge, and the content width, that where it says max width, that just means a container.
Yep, that's fine.
So you can leave that.
Yep.
And layout customization, it allows you to set alignments and stuff like that, or add additional CSS classes. Yeah, there you go. And then spacing options, if you want like custom spacing at the very top.
Okay.
You might want to add, yeah, we'll see about the top padding and stuff like that, because like by default, we don't have padding on the very first one, but
right. Well,
honestly, that might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might fit for that. Let's try that.
So yeah. All right. So we got that. So add a block in here. And just create a block and add a basic block for text.
So okay, so a lot of these are yours.
Yeah.
So we're going to do one from core basic block, and I'm not going to display the title, but it's going to.
But it makes you put it in there.
Banner. And then I'm going to just grab this text.
I'm curious if that. Yeah. How did CK Editor put that in there? Because it looks like it.
Yeah, it looks clean.
No, that looks good. Okay. Just making sure it wasn't like messed up or anything. All right.
Looks clean. Block.
Did you hit the save button?
I don't know what I did. Let's see. Let's do it again. Slower.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Banner. Display title. Back to here. Back to there. Oh, look at that.
Mike.
We got all
setting us up for failure, buddy.
Oh, you guys sweating a little bit?
Yeah. I need to go change my shirt. Put on a Drupal Camp Asheville shirt instead.
All right, why is my screen doing this now? Come on, no. Oh. Okay. It's so weird when I record, when we're doing a Zoom, this is the only time my laptop even thinks about slowing down, is switching desktops. Okay. Get rid of that. Remove that block. Remove, and then I'll remove a bunch of these. So just to set the record completely straight, all of that had to do with a jacked up text format that I had configured. So that's none of that was on Neon Byte. That was all on my local site configuration. Okay, so if I come back here, and so nothing I have to do to configure. It is black on blue, so that is.
Yeah, and the whole thing is underlined. I guess it's a hyperlink.
It is a hyperlink. Yep, that's right.
Okay, yeah. So hit the configure button on the section, and you should be able to center it if you want.
Right. Let me just save that. Oh, it looks like it's centered there.
Yeah. All right.
So, but we do have a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of.
Well, I think you're kind of seeing the footer down there too. I think the footer is also primary. So add another section underneath of it.
All right.
And add another, make a Dripyard section, and just call it whatever you want and save it.
We're gonna put main content stuff in here.
Sure.
Okay. Well, no, because I want to have. I mean, it's going to be this, and then we'll do another one with 2 columns.
Sure.
Right. So this will just be. I'm just going to call this content 1. All right. So 1 column, section width, not edge to edge. I guess max width.
Yeah, and that'll change to container, and then the content width you can have a little narrow, but you want to leave that max width. It'll look good right there.
Yeah. And then layout customization. Let's leave.
You might want to leave that, but add some top margin in there under spacing. Okay. I would put like top margin large or something like that.
Okay.
Just to give it, because you want some space between the 2 blue sections.
All right. So if I do that, let's add a block. Okay. So let's Would this be like an icon block because I have an icon, or what do you think? It's got a button,
Uh,
multiple.
icon block's not going to look terribly great at
Okay.
very large widths, but I guess you could do it, and I should have a prop in there to make it. I don't know if we expose this in our block definition, but yeah, add an icon card. See if it has an orientation. Yeah, we do have orientation. Okay, so
Okay.
select an icon in there.
Well, this is my title. I'm just gonna copy and paste stuff here.
Well, that title right there is not actually displayed. You see how there's like a title, and
Oh,
that's a block title, and then there's another one. That's just, and then these are all font awesome icons right here.
right.
Now,
Let's see.
because we use the icon API, and we're actually going to switch that into just like a standard text field.
Modal window. Do you guys have one that is like
I
modal?
don't know. Yeah, and ideally, there's like, have you used the UI icon module?
I have not.
It's really nice. It gives you like a little icon picker and stuff like that.
All right. So there's nothing completely
Yeah.
not. So I'm just gonna pick a random one then. Let's go with
Laravel.
landmark. How about landmark? There we go. Let's go with landmark. Icon size.
Let's go in full width, make it large.
Okay. Large
Change the orientation to landscape,
shape.
and then add some body text in there.
Okay. So no HTML or okay. So
Yeah, because the whole thing is hyperlinked.
okay. So I'm just gonna copy that. Paste that. I think I have like if I wanted to italicize something, is that possible?
Not right now.
No, okay. All right.
We could probably do that with that text format. And then yeah, copy that link.
Paste that. And enable to remove. Let's leave
Yeah,
that.
I would take that out. Check the no background right there, because if you have like multiple things right now, like multiple icon cards together, it'll kind of like.
All right. I'm gonna do it before and after. I want to see what
Okay.
it is without
Yeah.
it.
Let's do it.
The block. Oh, all right. So let's just see what this looks like. Save layout. All right. So is there any way we can decrease the padding?
Yeah.
And maybe decrease that?
Yep.
A little bit.
So you can go into that configure tab banner right there, and under the spacing options, you can set your paddings to 0.
0, 0.
And that should do that.
And then do we need one for this one as well?
Take away that margin that we put on earlier. Go down to spacing options, and I think you'd be added that top left margin. Let's set that to no override, and see.
See how close that gets us.
Yeah, see how close that gets us. It's
It's
hard to tell from the preview.
All right, so we probably need something there.
Yeah, maybe small at the top.
All right, so we'll just make one more pass through this. I don't want to. We don't get this perfect. So do small, update that. And then for this one, I'm going to 0 it out above. What do we have? Top margin, I'm going to go to 0. That sounds good?
Yeah.
All right. Update, save layout.
Yeah, it's the padding that's doing it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, look here. Let's move on because I want to.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. I want to try. Let's add 2 more. Well, let me see. Would that be the most interesting? Where are we on time? We are a little under a half hour. I did it again. Sorry. Maybe it makes sense to do these 2 without a background. Just so that they're a little bit different. Or no, actually, if we did want a background color on this one, let's do that.
Yeah, so you're going to configure the section.
Okay, so good.
To go into layout and configure the section. And set the background color primary. So your section theme at the top.
Oh, okay. Set that to primary.
Mm-hmm.
So does that set but that's going to set the background color of the section, not necessarily of this card, right?
So the card, I'm trying to think if icon cards, if we override the theme, it should inherit the theme. Yeah. So you can kind of see that right there.
Yeah, but what if we only want the card blue and not this background? We want to keep the background white, but we want to make the card blue.
That's a good question. Let me see if we expose that to the block. We might want to. We might. Let me look at, I'm looking at the icon card right now.
All right, I'm going to put that
Oh,
back to inherit.
yeah. So right now we don't even have a prop for that.
Okay.
That's
Do you
actually
want to try
something we
something
could add.
wild?
Tell me something wild.
Do you want to try something wild? Go to the structure block definition.
All right, let me save this before I do
I don't
anything.
know that this will work, but if it does, it'll be amazing.
This is what show and tell is all about.
Yeah, block
Where
types.
we just
Go into the icon card,
icon cards and
right? That's what we're using. Manage fields.
fields.
Uh,
It it's
reuse.
it it's not going to work because we don't even pass
Oh,
that
that's right.
prop.
We don't pass it
Yeah,
in the block.
we don't pass
That's
that
right.
prop into the card. So I hear what you're saying.
You're
Okay.
right.
All right, that's all right. So let's see, let's go back here. So I don't know how interesting it would be because we can't, since we're not able to set a background color for just the block.
Well, yeah.
Let's do something. You know what? Let's do this. Let's put because these are all basically just very similar, right? They're icon blocks.
hmm
And things. Here, well, here. First things first. Let's put a. I want to put a button. Like if I put a button, a call to action underneath this.
I mean, you can do it. There's no slot. So
Yeah,
the entire icon card that we have right there.
it's clickable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So another way that you could potentially even build that out, like go back to your DrupalEasy site,
Mhm.
is you could build out like, I mean, it's a heading, text, and then you have a button below,
Yeah,
but
and
then
you build it out with three different blocks
yeah,
instead of
you could
one.
build it out with three, but you also have the icon in there that looks to
Yeah.
me like it's floated, and we don't like really have like the only thing that we really have to do icons like that is that icon card.
Well, let's just make something up because I want to do something. I want to use a different, block type. Let's see what other block types you guys have. So
Yeah.
we don't. So let's do this. I'm going to add a new section. I'm going
Yeah, let's add this, make it two column, and let's do like a little like promo section, and then we can do promo in an image, and we can copy that text.
with anything. We'll just leave those default for now.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Now go ahead and add a promo in here,
yeah, all right. Promo,
and copy some of that other text that you have. Just
Drupal Career Online.
yeah, make that your title, and so you have some eyebrow text, which is optional above it, but then you want to make that as the title, and you can see like we do have options to like italicize and hyperlink the title and stuff like that.
Some of this, and
There you
then
go.
grab the link. Actually, for this one, can I just do /TCO?
I mean, sure.
And then I don't even know what our button says here. Learn more. Learn more. And then we'll just take the defaults there.
Alrighty. And then now let's add an image over to the right hand side. Do you have any media uploaded or anything like that? If not, we'll add some.
Yeah, well, I've got stuff ready to go. I've got my block of
So yeah, we have a media block right there that we give you, and at this point you should be able to upload.
So I'm gonna add media, and I'm gonna upload. Let's see.
Layout builder user interface is just
Right. So I've got where am I? Dropbox, test images, large. We'll go with the dog. She's always a winner. And dog laying on carpet. Like that. And I don't know why I can't do that, but I'm hoping that's the right button. All right, insert selected. And we'll just do a Stella. We don't need a title. Add block. And there we go. And if we save that. There we go. So ideally, well, Stella is.
Yeah, like ideally you would have like, an image of like your students or something like
Right.
that.
Right. And this is just pulling from primary. So one question I do have is if we go back here, and I don't know if there was a prop for it, but let's try it. If I go here, no, there wasn't a prop there, but let's see. Was it here?
What are you looking
Oh,
for?
not inspect element, sorry. Where you could set the color.
Oh, that's on the sections.
It was on the sections. Okay, so I did have a question about. Yeah, so primary is the
Will
one
be
I
that
see.
blue.
Light and dark, are these just lighter versions of primary, darker versions of primary? Is that the deal there?
No, the light and the dark are very, very similar. They're almost like within Neon Byte. They're shades of the neutral palette.
Okay.
So if you go to I think our light palette is slightly toward your it does like a certain percentage of chroma that it gets from the primary, but I mean, just experiment with it, like if you say that if you change it to light, the background is going to be like it's not going to be white, but it's going to be off white, and you're going to have to, yeah, you're going to hit save to see it go edge to edge. So
it's this color right here.
Yeah. So that's light.
And this is affected by the primary color as well, is what I think you just
Correct.
said.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. Shall we add let's do like maybe one or two more components you want to show off? Or block types you want to show off?
Sure. Let's see.
We'll do another.
Let's do something with that wrapper.
Yeah,
like you could do
yeah.
carousel, or you could do
Yeah. Let's do like a little card carousel or something like that.
All right. One column then.
Either way.
Yeah. One column's fine.
Okay.
Make the section with full width though. It'll look better.
You got it.
Because it's nice to have that background color go like all the way to.
It doesn't really matter, right?
Well, the section width.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. The content width, you want to keep that at max width, because what that'll do is that'll like keep it to the container width.
Right. But
the section, the background color, you want edge to edge.
Okay, got it.
And let's start by like adding a card. Just call it just card.
Okay. And I'll just real quickly, I'll just do this.
Yeah, honestly, it would be this should look good in here. Or it should look all right at least.
Do we need an image or can I just leave that?
No, add some image. Add put Stella back in there.
Component
and yeah, change the theme if you want. If you want, change it to light maybe or white. One of the two.
Let's do. Well, we already did light. We'll just go white here.
Yeah, and hit save and just look at that, and let's just take a look at it. So you can kind of see it. So that's what we got right now.
The whole thing is linked to. So yep, I see that. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and change the section background color to something like primary, so you can see like some of the padding. Because right now you have white on white. So the section theme at the top where it says section theme.
Oh, sorry. Up there.
Yeah. Change that to dark would be fine.
I haven't done dark yet, so.
So you can kind of see how that's so that's a card, and like at wider widths, the card will go to a landscape orientation. And when I say wider widths, like a wider container. So if you were to change that, like go ahead and configure the layout, the section layout for that, and change it to like let's say a 3-column layout or something like that. Hit update.
So it'll go to portrait, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it'll go to portrait. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah.
And stuff like that. You can change it back because we do want to demo the cool wrapper thing that Andy is
Yeah, I'm
talking
curious
about.
about that for sure.
Yeah, so go ahead and add on a couple more cards.
Okay. So I'll just say card 2. Let me just copy this. So does this checkbox really has no, it's not really doing anything for.
We just
Yeah.
ignore it basically in all of our components because
Yeah,
we have our own titles and stuff like that, so we can control the markup better.
Okay.
yeah, that's like
It's really
core.
like like a machine name almost for the block.
Right. Let me get more Stella in here. Tan dog laying on carpet. This is what she does all day.
I like how you like actually put in like valid alt text during it, like
I have been
In the demo.
examples.
Yeah.
Schooled by the best.
Yeah.
See, and we'll just inherit there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like the way that looks there. We'll do one more.
Yeah, do one more.
Okay.
And then we're gonna after that we'll show you how to change it into a carousel or something else.
Card 3, card 3, 3.
Now you're just getting lazy. Come on.
I know. Add media. Everyone loves Stella. So we'll do one more picture of Stella. Ready to
Oh, she's up.
she's playing. Yeah. Tan dog playing with ball on
Carpet.
So I use this image when I teach AI stuff for automatic generation of alt text. She actually has a tennis ball in her mouth that you can barely see, yet like AI will pick up that it's a tennis ball and it will generate alt text with
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of crazy. Every time I do that demo, I'm always amazed by it. All right, let me just save this because I'm anal retentive about that. There we go. 3 cards. All right.
All right, so yeah, let's go back in and like maybe give some of those cards a background theme so you can kind of see it.
So configure this card to component theme, you mean?
Yeah. Change that and scroll up for a second. I wanna see something up here. Oh wait, no. All right, never mind. Yeah, just hit update.
White.
Maybe change the other one to primary or something just so you get a little variation.
Primary. All right.
Cool. Let's go ahead and change this into like a little carousel now. So go ahead and add a block at the bottom.
All right. Whoops. Oh, sorry.
And this is some of the magic that Andy did, which is like really cool with Layout Builder. Layout Builder, of course, has a lot of restrictions on what you can and cannot do.
Come back to me. Oh, what is going on?
There you go.
There we go. Add block.
And create a content block and call it and look for Layout Builder wrapper. Yeah.
Okay.
And where it says wrapper type, you're not doing an accordion. We're doing a carousel. So just select carousel. And you have that title is once again is just totally useless. That the label right there that gets output to screen reader. So you want to put something in there. You can call it like dogs or something like that. And
okay.
And then
dogs learning Drupal.
Yeah. you can enable the pager. Navigation buttons. Those are the next previous buttons that you have up there, and you can put them either inside or outside. So let's put them inside so they look good. Slides per view right now. Let's just leave that for 1, and we can show that. And then rows per view 1, theme inherit, all that stuff. Hit add block.
So will this Okay, I have a question, but let me see.
So right now it doesn't look great. Like scroll down and you can see what you
All right, so it's not like there's not like a hierarchy where I have to put these cards inside here. It's just that
correct.
since everything is in one cell,
Yep. It'll
Yep.
wrap it.
automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's it.
the first wrapper in the cell will be the one that basically all the components are wrapped in. Usually we drag it to the top, but it really doesn't matter. You can leave it here.
Yeah, you just answered my question. Like, God forbid, what not God forbid, but what happens if someone adds two display wrappers? You just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we just use
I
the first one.
I
ignore
tested
it.
that out.
Yeah.
So go ahead and save it right there, and hopefully that carousel will load up.
There you go.
So that's pretty slick. So that whole that bit with that wrapper, that's just because you're using core.
Layout builder, yeah.
Core, yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Uh,
have a way to like nest things, and so that was just like we wanted to come up with something that wasn't too magic, but gave you a way to like nest components in Layout Builder for stuff like this, and have all the props. So basically, what it does is that block type when you're in Layout Builder, it actually parses the component definition for our wrappers, and then gives you all those options. So if you go back in, so hover over like the carousel wrapper and you go to edit. So these aren't like the rest of the stuff that we've been doing is actually like field API coming from the block definition. This parses the schema from the SDC and exposes all the props in a form that you can then manipulate. So, if we rolled a new prop for this component, it would automatically appear here, and then you could, select the
Right.
value.
You know what's
pretty awesome.
interesting, and this is the first time I've noticed it, is you're actually using the noun props.
Yeah.
So I find is that
Script.
with all of these? I didn't notice, but
No, that's just with the wrapper.
okay. So if I go into here, this is
Yeah. Those are all field. That's like field API on the
yeah,
block.
that's true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go into that carousel, configure that carousel again, and you can set it to like two slides per view. If you want to kind of see like a little experience here, like yeah, maximum slides per view is just set to 2. Obviously save it and view it again, or at the top. And now you'll see there's 2 per view, and so you can put up to 6 per view in there, and it'll automatically kind of work itself out. You only have, of course, three items there.
Yeah. I think it's funny that we always, as well, most Drupal developers are I don't want to say anti-carousel, but we try to
Yeah.
talk our clients out of it. But
hmm
we're not always successful, and the amount of effort that you put in to make a good carousel that's fully accessible, that doesn't have a whole lot of dependencies, it seems like there's a lot of time put in for something that like we really don't want to implement ever, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and these carousels are about as accessible as you're gonna get for a carousel.
Yeah.
Which I spent. It's one of the more complicated components, and that doesn't even include Andy's kind of magical layout builder wrapper and stuff like that. Which you're not going to need in Canvas and stuff.
So how do you people? So here, let's wrap this up. So how do you envision folks using Neon Byte? Like if from like the standpoint of just to even take DrupalEasy.com, we've got a handful of content types.
Mhm.
And if we go to, well, I don't have any content here, but if we go to like a page like, a simple page here, if we go to like a tutorial page here, it's a pretty standard content type here. Um,
Mhm.
I'm just thinking about like all the little things that as a front end developer has to do to make a site look good. Like I know I spent time, tweaking the CSS for all of these things. Is the goal to be able to install Neon Byte, and as long as you're using mainly core and not a bunch of crazy paragraph types or Gutenberg or something, have it look, good out of the box? Like, how do you envision people using it?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, and I'll let Andy answer this after me too.
Yeah.
But like right now, at least, and we are in the pre-Drupal canvas days, like
Yeah.
Drupal does not give a great way to assemble pages. Layout Builder's mediocre at best at this
Right.
point. You have to install like a whole bunch of modules to get it going. So we're providing this library of components and maybe some logical defaults, but like to put them on a page, is still, you know, not the best experience. And that's more on Drupal than us, and that's going to change hopefully soon with Canvas.
Right.
I would argue that like right now, if you were going to build out a custom site, kind of like what we did with Dripyard.com, like
Mhm.
of course we have a new theme with Dripyard.com, but let's say you're basing it off of NeonByte, um, you're still probably going to need to create some custom templates that map to your, either paragraph types or
Right.
content types. At
Yeah.
that point, you're going to map you're gonna inject the components using like the standard stc syntax to do that. You
Right.
know, you will likely want to do some CSS, but the way I look at it is like right now we're giving you something that's like totally amazing and awesome, but because of the nature of Drupal right now, it's going to get you maybe 90% of the way there, you know.
Right.
But maybe when Drupal Canvas comes out, stabilizes, and you know, kind of has a little bit of what do you call it?
Like it
Experience,
starts growing
like
around it a little bit as well.
yeah,
I think
like
one
a
of
little bit of iteration off of it.
yeah.
At that point, hopefully that will remove the need to do that.
So what I
Yeah.
really like about this, and I think what is the reasonable kind of expectation for this is it's not you're not gonna you're not gonna drop in one of your themes and poof, magically everything looks beautiful, right? It's gonna eliminate, the first 80% of the work you have to do and maybe leave you with 20, 15, 10% of the work. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple things to that. I'll play the devil's advocate or the glass half full here, in that like if you were to install our demo content, demo recipes, you will see a beautiful site, and you will see, oh well, if I use Layout Builder and use the components in the way that kind of they were designed, like I can make an amazing looking site out of the box without Canvas, just with Layout Builder. Um, and then even a little bit of CSS if you needed to polish for brand stuff like that. But then in addition, if you go back to that tab on your Drupal Easy site, like you could totally build this out with a content type, put layout builder as the layout, for all the content of that, or even if you wanted to use the block UI like
right.
old school, like all these things that you have on this page, if you created these as blocks or whatever and drop them in even Drupal views, like they're gonna look nice based on all the work Mike's done with spacing, typography, like
Right.
just like the same defaults we've put in. Like I would say it would look even better than this just out of the box if you
It's a low
dropped all
bar,
these things on the page.
low bar for this site, but yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say that too, but I didn't want to. I
No,
didn't
it's
want to
okay.
really dunk
Hey,
but
it
it
on
looks
you
like
I do
guys.
Drupal,
not.
right? Like, and that's what we're trying to do. Like this
Yeah,
site, it looks like something that was built with Drupal, and if you did this with Neon Byte, like it would look nicer,
yeah.
I think.
I think the other as far as like managing expectations, you know, these aren't themes that you're going to use. Like if you're building a theme and you're given mock-ups and you're given wireframes, and then like you're not going to. I mean, unless you're really lucky, you're not going to start with Neon Byte or Great Lakes and get to you know a pixel perfect match with a mockup you're given without probably a significant amount of at least CSS work.
Without putting in some work, yeah.
Right.
But
So,
the
so this
advantage
is
you have is, the accessibility, all the
yeah,
stuff where like, you designed this landing page based on the Figma that you were given and it looks pixel perfect. And then like they create a new content type and drop stuff on the page. It's still going to look good. It's not going to be like, things falling off the columns so it does give you a good head start, even if you are having to do something pixel perfect. But yes, it's still at the end of the day, a Drupal theme that you're going to have to customize.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
the sweet spot, I mean, but I don't think that's necessarily your main market, right? I think the sweet spot is, folks who want a site who want it to look good and don't want to spend a ton of money developing a custom theme. So you use this as a starting point, and like Andy just said, maybe you do some CSS tweaks to match branding, but then you call it a day because it's going to look good, it's going to have your branding, but it's not something that you blue skied out of, and said, "Oh, I want it to look like this," right?
yeah,
It's like you're starting with Neon Bite, or you're starting with Great Lakes. You're doing some iterations on that, in a sub theme, and it's going to look good because you're starting on something. You're starting with something that looks really good.
Yeah.
I think that's your sweet spot.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, hey, we're definitely at time. Thanks so much to both of you. Sorry about the little snafu with the text format. That was completely my fault.
Making us look.
Should not reflect poorly on Drupal at all. Reflect poorly on me and my test site.
Well, you did find some bugs that we need to deal with too, so that's good. So
Yeah, that's a lot of times that's my special purpose.
right.
No, I mean this looks great. I mean, in figure if we took away the text format stuff, I mean, what do we spend? Maybe 30 minutes actually building out some of this stuff and just kind of demoing what you have. And, if I wanted to retheme DrupalEasy.com, I mean, this is not a bad starting point for, 30 minutes work at all.
yeah. It's really not, And if you do ever do want to retheme, DrupalEasy, let us know.
Yeah.
And one of the things, and I'm really, this is to the customers, is like we ship a large component library,
Yeah.
but we're probably going to be adding things to it. If there's something out there that seems that it's missing or something like that, for example, like, the thing that Mike tried to create first with the icon card, if that's not, if something like that is common and we want to reproduce that, yeah, let us know.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Thank you, gentlemen, as always.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let me know when a new theme comes out and maybe we'll do the same.
All
Perfect.
right, later.
Thanks, Mikes.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Don't forget, if you have a need for professional Drupal training, be sure to check us out at DrupalEasy.com.